believe that! I can't believe that!
This is gonna be fucking awesome. Tell him, Steve Dave.
Speaking of birthday parties,
Yes.
Q, not yours.
No, obviously.
A celebrity that's not as big as you, but Pam, step up to the mic.
That's
She attended a celebrity's birthday party this weekend.
Did she really?
Mm-hmm. Pam, for those of you who don't know, my mom, Pam of Pam and Edgar fame, didn't want me to hang out with Walt because he drew a wild-ass picture. I don't know if you recall that. But you attended a celebrity birthday party and drove, how far was it?
It was a couple of hours, about 2 hours.
Peddler's Village.
Yeah.
Do you know where that is, Walt?
Yeah, I've heard of Peddler's Village. A flea market, right?
It's by New Hope, yeah.
Yeah.
What celebrity had their birthday party in a flea market? I mean,
Who do you think? I mean, she's repping like nobody's business.
Really?
Yeah, the first episode we talked about, Josh.
Was he there?
No.
In a way.
Cardboard Josh.
spirit?
There was a cardboard cutout of
Call him CJ.
Now,
Cardboard Josh.
So it wasn't really sanctioned by Josh Groban.
No.
they could have been in fucking huge trouble had the CIA or FBI stepped in. So essentially what happens is the Grobanites, a bunch of old women and guys of
And
suspect
young women.
sexuality, get together.
Is it a big gay contingency?
No, there's hardly any men.
Could you clean up there?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I couldn't tell
Mostly
us all.
everyone is older, right?
There's a lot of older ones, but there are some very young ones.
Like,
too.
are you a spring chicken compared to the rest?
No.
But so she drives a couple hours to a birthday party where he's not there. It's literally a cardboard cutout, right?
Yes.
There's a cardboard cutout of him that they set up. After the drive of a couple hours, what did you do?
There were about 11 of us. And
Oh, there's only 11 people there?
there were only 11. There were supposed to be 15.
So you
but
represented
4 couldn't.
20%. Her and her friend went.
There are other Grobanite parties. We just went to this one. We met the Grobanites on his site, in his Twitter, and they invited us first to his Illuminations party, which was for when his CD came out, and that's where we met them all. And then they asked us if we wanted to come to the 30th birthday party, so Linda and I decided to go.
So, Linda, your
My-
Grobanite
my
friend.
friend, yes.
So when you get there, what do you do? What goes on at a Josh Groban birthday party?
Well, they had a big screen TV with his DVDs on it. A lot of them have been in the fan club for over 10 years.
She's a member of the fan club.
Yeah, so they brought all their pictures from the different, what do you call those things?
Come on, man. You're on a goddamn professional podcast. What? Quit smiling at me. What? What? They brought their pictures from what?
From the different
Concerts they went to?
concerts that we
Okay.
went to. And so we looked at all the concert pictures of his
But I mentioned she didn't
family
come
and-
back for 3 days.
Yeah.
She has Alzheimer's. She lost her way.
We sang happy birthday to him. We had a cake with his picture on it.
And you said you played games. You played like you had
Oh,
to
yeah,
pin the tail on Josh
it-
Groban.
No, it was
Something like that. Yeah.
really?
It gets bawdy.
It's a picture of his butt. And
What,
in
nude?
his pocket, no.
Oh.
He had jeans on.
Okay.
There's a cute
The
butt.
super hairy ass with like a fucking hemorrhoid hanging off it.
And he had a battery pack in it. So you got like these Post-it papers that were your battery pack, and you were blindfolded, and you had to pin it where the battery pack would be. And I won.
Really? What'd you win?
Yeah, I won a little picture frame. Well, it was a hand-painted frame with a picture of Josh in it.
Now, did it cost money to go to this? Like, did you
Only
have to
for our
pitch in?
dinner.
Edgar's going to listen to this.
Yeah, Edgar's going to listen.
He's going to hang himself.
No,
like,
the
how much is a
came to
dinner?
about $40.
Oh, that's not much.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to talk triple figures here.
No,
Were you a part of any kind of like fan clubs as a teen?
no.
So as you think that this is your first fan club, obviously, probably, right?
Yeah.
Your only fan club you're a part of?
But back
What do
when
you
I
make of
was
it?
a teen,
You diagnosed Ming properly. So I'm waiting for your
Why do you think as a teen though you didn't like? You're probably
Well, when I
more. You're
was
probably
a
more
teen-
interested in this guy than any artist than when you were a teen, right?
yeah, because I liked all of the artists back then.
You did not. What
Yeah.
do you mean all the artists?
I
Who?
like Chubby Checker and Chuck Berry and
Pin the
I liked
tail
them
on
all.
Chubby
Like, we
Checker.
just listened to all the music. Who?
Said pin the tail on Chubby Checker.
The tail and Chubby Checker. Now, I think because we didn't have,
internet?
we weren't able, we didn't have the
radio.
internet. We couldn't really.
There was fan clubs back then.
There were fan clubs, but you had to write away to them. And,
Yeah.
They weren't.
You know how us Johnsons are.
You're not as connected.
Saying they're going to do something and following through.
You weren't as connected with the star
Right.
as you are now.
How can you say you're connected, though, and you're just seeing a cardboard cutout?
No, I saw him for real.
Oh, no, I don't mean... I know you have, but I mean at the
Yeah.
birthday party, I mean.
Oh, no, the birthday
That's-
party, you're
that's-
not connected. You're really connected
With
amongst
the
fans.
fan base.
Yeah.
You did meet him, though. You say you met him once or twice.
I met him twice.
How long did you wait?
Well, when we went for the signing of his new CD, I waited. We got to the place at 6 o'clock, and the place didn't open until 10.
So it's at least 4 hours.
We were about 11th in the
cold.
line. And it was cold and raining.
It's like winter.
Yeah. It was November.
So you're waiting in sleet
God.
for Josh Groban.
Yeah.
I think you hit on something, though, Walt. Like, why so long to get into? Because going back to another pod, you said that you were busy raising children, so you didn't have time to listen to music.
Yeah, I really didn't listen
Remember that
to
episode
a
of
lot
The Simpsons where Marge is like, music is none of my business.
Who said that?
Marge on The Simpsons.
Music is.
It doesn't. You don't have to take time out of your schedule. You don't take time out of your schedule now.
Yeah, but you didn't have the things that we have now to.
Like what?
Like
You had radio.
iPods and
Farmville.
Oh boy, you don't want to mention that Farmville. She's friending
I'm a
people.
Farmville addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird to me because there's no like you
It's
can't
kinda
win.
making the best farm that you can make. It's really, and you help your neighbors, and then
She's-
you're
she's-
connected with the Farmville neighbors.
It's all about that connection. It seems.
Yeah, I like
Virtual
connection.
connection.
I like to connect to people.
What'd you do for Edgar's birthday? There was a cardboard cutout of Edgar at the house.
He probably fell asleep in the chair while we were partying.
There's more concerts coming up. She plans to go to 2 more concerts.
Did you see yourself going becoming like a deadhead? They just
Oh,
followed them around from
just follow-
they just went from concert to
There are
concert.
people who do that.
She'll look down her nose at certain
No.
oh, my friend's worse than I am. Yeah.
Is it true that he's kind of a jerk in real life? Like he's just a.
what
I heard
you've
he's
heard?
kind of a jerk. Yeah. Is that true?
Did you? I didn't hear that. I never
No.
heard that, but he's nice to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen him be mean.
Now, what is it that
He's very
grabs you by the
family
throat?
oriented.
What is it that grabs you and has made you
'Cause
such a fan?
When I tell you what, it is like she got a new iPod, a fucking 160 gig iPod, in which she only plays Josh Groban shit. That's it ever, and
right.
probably 4 gigs worth of Josh Groban stuff at most. Probably not even that much.
Okay.
And I told you about the play count, like 800-900 times. So yeah, like I think that's a very good question. Like, what grabs you to the point
what
where
is
it's
it?
like the obsessiveness about
I
one
like-
person?
Well, I like his voice, number one. And
The very first time you heard it?
yes.
Yeah.
You
The
melted.
very first time I heard it was on his Christmas CD.
She was listening in July, by the way.
No, it was not. It was,
Who would you? Who is like somebody that who is he inspired by? You think if you could go back to who would be an artist like Sinatra?
who, him?
Chubby
Yeah.
Checker.
He was inspired by Sting.
Oh,
That's
really?
what he
Okay,
said, yeah.
Sting. Okay, so he has that kind.
He likes the
Social
Red Chili
conscience.
Peppers, and he does.
Really, he plays a little funk too.
Yeah, he likes
doesn't
all
play
kinds of
fucking
music.
funk.
And but he sings in different languages. He sings different
Show
types
off.
of songs. So he's even though I'm listening to one person sing, it's a variety, and that's what I like about him.
And who introduced you to it?
I went to Borders and I saw his CD, Noel, there, and I said to myself, he's a nice looking guy, but I don't know if he can sing. So I didn't buy it. But it just stayed in my mind, and 2 weeks later I went back and I got
That's odd.
to get something for my
Thinking
sister.
about it for 2 weeks.
For Christmas.
You see a CD that you don't buy? I don't
Well,
think
he's
about it for
handsome.
2 seconds, let alone 2 weeks. I'm still thinking about it.
So you went in there and you got it
I
for
went in
Leanne?
there and I couldn't find it because the display was gone, and some little old lady was there who I never saw again or before. And I asked
This is
her.
a little vague. Can you detail it more?
She worked there. And I asked her if she still had it, and she just threw up her hands and she said, "Yes, I do. And you're going to love it." And she ran away. And
You
then
never
she
saw her
came-
again?
No, she came back with it, and she said, "You're just going to love this." But
So
I
you never
still
saw
didn't-
her again?
No,
so
I never saw her there
She
again.
probably got fired for selling you something she shouldn't have.
Maybe.
I watched you two on security acting all fucking crazy and shit.
Yeah.
Would that ever affect your decision to buy a CD?
What?
You're like, well, they're a good-looking person, but like, would she buy a Motorhead CD? She sees Lemmy on the cover.
Well, it wasn't just his picture on the cover. It was like I was looking for some kind of new Christmas music. I was getting tired of my old Christmas music. So I thought, well, why don't I just try him? And I liked him, so I bought everything else he had. And then I joined his fan club.
Would you join a fan club these days?
Me?
Yeah.
If they were giving away some sort of premium thing, if they were like, join the fan club, you can get this limited edition, only way you can get it CD or recording.
Right.
Something,
Like,
they'd
say,
have
Rob
to give
Zombie.
me something
Yeah.
that I want.
What do you get when you join? When you're becoming? Because don't you have to donate a shitload of money,
No.
like to be a Grobanite, to be an
Sounds
official
like a sort
Grobanite?
of fucking
No, you don't.
It's like Amway.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, yeah.
The Grobanites for Charity is on his site, but that's
10% of your income?
That's different.
Tithing.
You can go in there and you can buy things from there, or you can bid on things, and all that money goes to charity.
It's usual close to bidding on like a Josh Groban blanket or something, right? A Josh Groban quilt, something like that.
I looked at it and I said I would like to have it, but it was too high.
Do you feel like, though, like maybe there's another Josh Groban-esque type singer out there that you're missing out on?
Bobulvia. Who's that guy with a Bobulvia?
Oh, I listened
Bublé?
to him, but I didn't
Bublé?
like
Oh,
him.
Michael Bublé?
Bublé,
Yeah.
Michael Bublé, yeah.
Don't like him?
I didn't like him as much.
No.
I listened to
It is the same, though.
the
She'll like-
Irish tenors, and
That house
who
never
was
stops
that?
rocking.
Il Divo. I listened to Il Divo.
Oh, I thought you said Devo.
Oh, we got something for you.
Got something working on Devo.
Like, she'll listen to Jimmy Buffett, but listen to Jimmy Buffett
You
nonstop.
guys fucking were. I remember when we went to California and you guys went 30 miles out of your way to go to a store to buy a Jimmy Buffett CD.
We were in a Walmart,
I
so
wanted
I
to
got into
kill
Walmart,
myself.
so there's no fucking
What
way.
are you talking about?
Yeah, on our
remember
way to
this.
San Diego, you guys were like, we got to get a Jimmy Buffett CD. And I'm like, oh, yeah? Why? You're like, it's awesome. You'll love it. I want to blow my head off by the time half the CD was over. You remember that?
Oh, wait. I know what this guy's talking about. Didn't he just write a book at the time that was like describing his entire life? That's what it was.
And you guys are like, we got to go do this. We got to live this life. Remember? You were like,
I mean, I
you
don't-
wanted to
Living
adopt
on
this
fucking
lifestyle.
island time? It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
All the while with busting ass to go.
Were we having
Stopping
fun?
at every fucking Walmart along the way. That's where I got it from, was a Walmart. So if we went 30 miles out of
You
our way,
are
it
on
was
island
probably...
time. Why aren't you? Have been on island time for a long time now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Island
I mean,
time.
No, he wrote his autobiography in like 50 words. Wasn't that it? And we looked at our own lives and found that,
Right, and then we got depressed.
right. Then the CD brought us back.
We're living in island time again. And then from there, it was Graham Parson. She got real into. It's a country guy who
Graham Parson?
died. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
listened to him
The
once
guy
in a
whose
while.
body they stole and took down
Brought
to
out to Joshua Tree.
Joshua
right?
Tree and burned it. Yeah.
Yeah. I demanded that if I died, that Mosier do that. He said he wouldn't grant my wish, though. He said it's too inconvenient.
It's no moral issue or legal issue. It's just out of the way.
Like, you know how we talked about how the Pokemon craze, how like you'll never see something like that in your lifetime again. That's, I feel like, with her, this is a once in a lifetime.
it's okay.
Don't you think that she
As long
might be
as-
missing out on?
If you could find one entertainer in your life to build your life around,
Mm-hmm.
consider yourself lucky.
Is it for you?
I don't. I haven't.
You haven't seen that?
I gotta wait. Yeah, I guess I haven't. I haven't found an entertainer I'm willing to build my life around yet.
Yeah, me neither. How's Edgar like the Josh Groban stuff? He makes fun. Like there was a stretch where he was insisting Josh Groban was gay, and Pam got all out of sorts about it.
Would that bug you if he was? If Josh
No.
Groban came out
It
of
wouldn't
the
bug
closet?
me. It's just that when people say things and they don't know for sure, that bothers me.
I don't think that's true. Like in general, like
If he said that, like he's a blonde and he's dyeing his hair brown, would that bug you as much as somebody was like he's gay?
No.
So the gay is so. I think it's a little bit more incendiary.
If he's gay. I mean, he can't help it.
Sure he can. He's got to try hard not to be gay.
Some actors and stuff that when they came out that they were gay.
Like Rock Hudson, when he found out Rock Hudson was gay,
I was like just surprised.
Devastated.
Yeah, because even women like older than I was,
Rock Johnson.
they were all like in love with Rock Hudson, and I don't
Would you
know how
say
they
you're in
felt
love?
about it.
Would you say you're in love in some way?
No.
Some way.
No,
Infatuated.
I feel more maternal.
Well, I don't mean. That's what I'm saying. In some way, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it's the
Maternal.
same way.
Yeah.
But there's a
I
certain.
worry
There's a
about
certain.
stuff,
With him?
Yes, I do.
Not with Brian.
I worry a lot.
She doesn't hear from me for weeks on end.
But I worry about stuff with him too.
What is your
Sure.
biggest worry concerning Josh Groban?
What's my biggest worry is
Has he
that
got too
he's,
much money?
no.
I mean, is he
he's a very sensitive person, and I worry that somebody's going to break his heart.
I think
Yeah, my
he's-
brother Eric's had his heart broken right and left. It's probably happening as we speak.
I mean,
Darren, he got shit on a couple
Wasn't Darren
times.
basically you sent a shout out to
Stranded in
listeners
Texas.
because he knew nobody in Texas.
Yeah.
Like, could someone please go befriend
His
my
girlfriend,
brother?
his girlfriend abandoned him in Texas.
Right.
Left him there.
It was
What a
awful.
celebrity!
Darren's like, what
who's
about
got
me?
a line from here to Timbuktu? That broken heart could be mended like that. Make a snap.
yeah.
Millionaire. There you go.
No,
No.
You don't think
How
he's
come?
a love him and leave him guy?
No.
He's too sensitive.
I think he's a virgin.
Have you ever met have you met any man who is too sensitive?
Edgar?
Ever? And knowing your boys, your husband, have you ever met any man who was too sensitive?
Well,
Wow.
Eric is.
Edgar did bring her to that flower show, man. That's a sensitive move.
Yeah, the Christian Flower Show.
What Christian flower show?
Remember I said I read your diary?
Oh.
And
He's in the 60s.
did I mention that?
Flower
Yeah.
show.
There must have been nothing to do back then, huh? Like you make a plan to go to the
there's
Christian
plenty to
Flower
do.
Show?
There was
It wasn't
plenty to
60s?
do.
a show.
Oh my
We were
God!
I bet
too
yeah,
much.
you're right. Like bowling and
Oh, it was a great time.
Roller
It's a better
skating.
time now. Better time back then to be alive
We
than
had
now.
a lot more to do than you guys
Yeah,
did.
what'd you
I
have in
agree.
Highlands back then?
Back then, we had a bowling alley. We had a movie house.
Where was the movie theater?
Where the
Movie house?
The Lobster Barn. That was a movie theater.
All right.
Okay, but it was
Roller
only,
skating?
It was only open in the summer.
Is Josh
Really?
Groban involved right now?
No.
Do you really believe? I mean, do you realize though that like throughout history, teen throbs or people who have this kind of like celebrity, they try extremely hard to make sure that to paint themselves as like they're not involved. So what? I mean, do you really think the guy doesn't have a girlfriend right now?
No, he broke up with January Jones in a year. Is that her name?
He broke up with January Jones?
Yeah.
He's
He
gay.
is an ass.
Who's January
Well,
Jones?
She's from Mad Men.
Smoking hot.
Yeah, but I heard she's really like bitchy too.
Yeah, she's smoking hot. She's going to play the White Queen in the new X-Men movie.
Oh, she's that kind of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you
Yeah,
have any
he was
worries.
going with her.
You shouldn't be
He's
worried
breaking
at
up with
all. What are you worried about?
Sleep well tonight, Pam. He's doing all right. Anyway,
When,
Joe.
when did that
His heart.
happen? She broke his heart?
Yes.
Now, are you?
I wish.
You should
That's
tweet
just
it.
a publicist being like, he's going to write a couple songs about his
will.
broken heart with January Jones.
Well, you should tweet some death threats to her, like like they did with Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. Can you imagine Pam is behind bars?
I wish she would break my heart, man.
January Jones. Oh yeah. He's like a dorky guy, right? He's like a goofy type.
Sensitive,
no
dude.
dork is with somebody of who's going to be the White Queen, no?
Well, rich dork can be with anyone he wants.
Yeah, he lives in
Well, he's
like
talented
Malibu
too,
or
though.
something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he lived in
talent
Malibu.
goes a long way.
He was brought up in there,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's always rich. Her friend, I remember they have like a folder that they keep of like Josh Groban stuff, and there was an aerial picture of his house that I guess she went on Google Earth. This is what they're up to.
It's like the CIA and shit, bro.
I know.
I think that everybody's done that.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a picture of your house in my folder. You didn't go that far, though, thankfully, right? I'd have you committed.
No, anything like
It's
that
fucked
is
up,
just
though.
whatever she gave me.
You can see in my pool.
Oh,
Did you
yeah?
see your pool? And
People could have been watching Sundays. Jeff's daughter fucking vomit in my pool.
I know, throw up in your pool, and then you get yelled at like it was your fault. Yeah, his wife said that Walt swamped her, like caused a wake and splashed her in the face. She's like, "Bah," and just threw up in the pool.
You should have remained motionless in that pool.
Why is everybody moving? Swimming and shit. But Edgar, I don't know. I think he's desensitized to everything now. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't
He
really.
The bubble, the shield.
He doesn't
It
react.
doesn't
He's got his.
bother him
He's got
at
his
all.
shield.
No. What if Edgar like
And
was
if he
like
doesn't
Lady
have- Yeah, he put
Gaga
his
was
foot down.
his gig now. He
You know who
became
Lady
Lady
Gaga
Gaga obsessed.
He could go see her by himself.
I know, but you wouldn't have a problem with him. Like if he
No.
was doing the same exact like
He's going to the Lady
fever
Gaga
that you
birthday
have.
party.
Pictures of her house.
Would you be concerned?
No.
You wouldn't be concerned?
No, I
like
trust
he's
him.
lost this is very out of character for Edgar though, to just all of a sudden be like
To show passion for anything whatsoever.
I might have to have him committed because there's something wrong with him. But
Is it because she's famous? That's why it wouldn't matter. Like if he was that passionate
Oh, you're
about
like, he could
the
never get
18-year-old
Gaga?
across the street.
then I'd poke his
Right.
eyes out. Well,
He's
he
going
was
to-
always obsessed with Raquel Welch.
He will still. Yeah, he still mentions her as if she's
I've
not
seen
80
her in a
years old.
you know what though? I've seen a commercial with her for some sort of eye lens wear.
Looks good.
She looks good.
Yeah.
yeah,
she looks
still
extremely good.
Yeah.
It's like Uncle June with
Yeah.
Angie Dickinson. Like still bringing her up all
That
these
was
years.
always his heart.
Edgar, I mean, I think I understand where he's coming from. So, like, does he own
old
1
is
million
she?
years BC?
Yes,
Yeah,
we do
well,
own that.
his play count of that is probably just as high as
No,
as a Josh Groban song.
no, not at
The
all.
fur
He
bikinis.
falls asleep all the time, so he's just he doesn't watch anything.
Poor Edgar.
No.
He takes a hit
a
off this fucking
workaholic.
tank of
Is he not a workaholic?
unknown gas. Yeah, he does
Out
work
for
a lot.
12 hours.
Yeah,
He misses everything
Blissful
because
ignorance.
he works.
He just shoots himself out.
sticks
Just
it
a
in
needle in
neck.
his neck every morning.
Yeah, I don't think you could get him to go to a Josh Groban concert. I don't think, right?
Your daddy?
Yeah, he
He
wouldn't go.
said he would go with me.
Did he?
Spark's still there.
Man, he fucking checked his balls at the door. Then, man, I would never go to something like that.
No, you don't like him. He likes Josh.
What
Groban.
if he does not?
Yeah, he likes the
He's
music.
defending his daddy over
He's
there.
not.
Yeah.
He
My
My
doesn't-
daddy's a man.
Yeah. He likes Diamond. I think he tolerates it. I don't think he wouldn't choose to listen to it. He listens to like 50 shit, and sometimes he listens to reggae. But I've never heard him willingly
Reggae.
turn on. Yeah,
Really?
He's like, "Hey, man."
Jimmy
Island
Buffett.
time? That dude hasn't been on Island Time ever, has
I
he?
don't think so.
And he likes the blues, but he does. He told me. I asked him if he liked them, and he said yes.
Really? You don't have to
Yes,
double check.
yes.
But doesn't like.
What will abbreviate this
Whatever.
conversation?
Oh, yeah, I like it.
Who? Yeah, I like him. Sure. He doesn't really have many interests.
for a sensitive.
Yeah, he's the most
performer.
sensitive guy you know, Josh Groban, except for maybe Eric.
Is Eric sensitive?
Eric's sensitive too.
Yeah, he cries all the time, more than me even.
That's hard to believe.
In ways, you're very sensitive too.
You think so?
Yes,
Oh,
I do.
yeah.
I gotta come home from the podcast. I'm like, Walt made fun of me again.
Like a rough, tough cream puff.
We got our second T-shirt.
Me with just a single tear.
Rough, tough cream puff underneath.
I don't know. Any more questions about Josh Groban? I can't think of any.
No.
None that won't lead to the second Johnson crying. It's pretty crazy.
I've been
though,
on
right?
I feel like a Doberman on a leash right
Yeah.
now. I've been
Yeah.
really,
You got it.
Out of respect.
yeah.
What would you do if your wife got like real into something like a Josh Groban, constantly like on rotation at the house, fan clubs, going to concerts,
I wouldn't believe her if she was like, oh no, it's no sort of like there's no obsession.
maternal?
I
you're
wouldn't
not
believe
believing
her.
that.
I wouldn't believe her.
You'd be mad she had a crush on him.
Mad's not the right word. I think I would be more like
Devastated?
No, this is alarming.
Right.
You know,
Expect it from your daughters, not from not from your wife. Walt's alarmed.
No. I'm talking about not you. I'm not alarmed. I think right now it's at a point like your kids are all grown up.
Most of them
more
are in the
free
house.
time now. You're into something. I mean, and you're.
What if you went to a Josh Groban thing, and he starts chatting you up. Next thing you know, he's like, he wants you to come over and hang out. He's like, why don't you come over tonight after the concert? Just me and you.
Yeah.
You want to go? Why not? You're so full of shit. Look at her face, man.
Now,
Blushing.
It's red.
I would only go if other people were going.
January Jones is going to be there.
Yeah, you could give her a piece of your mind.
A little cat fight.
Or like you got over there, right? And like you and your friend went over, say. She thinks like she's going to be safe if it's like her and her friend, but he might be expecting he wants to
dangerous
party with Pam and her friend.
If he wants to party with Pam and her friends,
He's gonna party
Josh
with Pam and
Groban's
her
gonna fucking party. Right? He's nefarious. He's worse than Ming.
But then like you found out he wants he's a fuck up. Like he wants you to plug Oxy with him.
With Jensen.
What's
What is
that?
it? Jensen.
Yeah, some Jenkum, yeah.
Jenkum.
Yeah, he has like a 2-liter bottle full of diarrhea and he's huffing it. He's like, take a hit off this, Pam. What do? You gotta turn it down?
Yeah.
Drug free. Good for you. I guess that's it. Walt the Doberman can't really ask you any questions. I'm sure he'll ask me after you leave. Why do you have
Why
that poster
such a
with you?
restraint?
He's afraid he'll hurt your feelings.
I'm only kidding. I'm only teasing.
Why did you bring that poster?
Because
You want Walt to sign it?
I wanted to show you.
She got a Josh Groban poster
Oh, you
too.
got
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
From
Dreams do come true.
It's actually from Josh and something I don't have from Brian.
Respect.
This is he sent it for my birthday. A signed poster of him.
oh, nice.
Whoa.
Brian did give me a signed poster of Tell Him Steve Day for my birthday.
We're still working on that merchandise. I'm not sure if you heard the first part of the show.
Give us till
I
January.
want some of that Tell 'em
Summers,
Steve
Pam,
Day
summers.
Right,
merchandise.
From these,
His middle name is Winslow.
Get him.
Yeah, I know. Kick his
Mother's
ass.
maiden name.
Got his tonsils out.
Yep, he
God,
did.
we have so much in common, me and him.
Yeah.
righty or lefty?
Who, him?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That would have been spooky if you
no,
did.
I think he's a lefty because when he signed
she
the
did?
thing,
Yeah.
he
Did you get your
signed
picture
it
with
his
him?
left hand.
Yeah, like they stood in line that whole time. They didn't even bother charging up their cameras or anything. Like
Yeah,
so
we
their
did.
cameras
We got
fucking crapped
pictures.
out on them. Did you say your friend? Remember I told you
No.
her friend too like had fallen, so it looked like she had gotten the shit kicked out of her, and she didn't. And she want to get
Good,
a
that upped
picture
your
taken.
chances.
You want to hear some fun random facts? Well, he went to the prom without a date. Favorite South Park character? Stan's adopted little brother and Satan.
Uh-oh.
Would it bug you if you found out he was a Satanist?
No. I'm a witch. What difference does it make?
Easy, Walt. Easy.
Oh, his birthday's the day before yours.
Yes.
February 27th. Wow. All right, you got to get out of here. Thanks for coming in, though. Well, you got to say goodbye to
Thanks for
everybody. Don't
having me.
just.
Goodbye, everybody.
And if you want to play Farmville with Pam, how do they play Farmville with you?
They go on Facebook.
Yeah, no shit,
And
but
then they ask to be my neighbor,
what's your name on on Facebook?
Pamela Johnson.
All right, gonna make it hard. Fuck you then.
Bye,
right.
Pam. As always, a pleasure.
See you later,
Thank
Pam.
you. Thank you for having me.
We should have brought Pam in to be hypnotized. I'll bet you she could have been hypnotized real easy. Could have gotten the truth about Groban if she'd fucking let him diddle her.
You think so?
I think you already know the truth.
Yeah. Well, she said to Suzanne once, she was like, I wouldn't mind letting him park his shoes under my bed. Something fucking weird like that. I can't remember exactly how she phrased it, but Suzanne said it made her wet.
Oh, Jesus.
He could park it anywhere.
He could park it wherever he wanted. Yeah. There are no entrances that are out of bounds to Josh.
I really was like biting my
Like, I
tongue.
want to nosh on Josh.
The whole time I'm like, oh, man.
What were some of the things you wanted to say?
Just the whole thing where like I worry about him.
Yeah, that was
It's kind of a little strange.
the most
way she
alarming
said it.
thing.
That you, because somebody might break his heart.
Yeah.
You sounded very, very sincere.
Yeah, I think it probably was. But yeah, like what? With all the things to worry about in this world.
I mean,
There's a fucking child molester living a couple doors down from me.
but like, with the state that family and what they've gone through,
Right.
she has any worry time or any free worry.
Right. It should all be taken up. It should be like, do I have any space to worry about Josh's heartbreak? No. Like right away, you already know. Like, no, not at all. Yeah, I agree. Must be nice to be able to be passionate about something.
Well, you can. It's easy to worry about somebody like that because there's never really there's no losing for that guy.
No.
So she never has to worry about real calamities happening to him.
Right, as opposed to her own sons who are like,
Yeah.
It's happened.
every time
It's happened.
Every
time you
week,
turn
though.
around, losing, yeah.
Every other day, it's a new.
she's like, loser. Yeah, she's like,
so much easier worrying about Josh.
He just takes care of
because
himself.
nothing goes wrong for him.
Is he going to go platinum? His new album. I'm worried about that. Is he ever going to get out of the house?
Will he replace January Jones with another equally hot chick?
It's
Is
just
Brian gonna survive this latest fucking trip to the hospital? I gotta push that out of my mind. January Jones broke Josh's heart. She's like, I went in there and I was like, well, he's good looking. I don't know if he can sing. And then for 2 weeks,
yeah, that's that again.
Sweating it
I
out.
bit my tongue on that one too. That is bizarre behavior to be like, well, I thought about it for 2 weeks, an album I didn't buy.
and they went back in and some old lady was like, you must buy this. And then I never saw her again.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
So that's it. The wonderful, wacky world of Pam.